All right, we have 3 different briskets cooked on the top secret Camp Chef grills that are coming out. So super exciting stuff. This is beautiful country. We got to do a lot of fun things, but even more exciting is the quality of product that they're putting out and what we got to use today. So stay tuned for that. But I have a brisket that I seasoned with salt, pepper, garlic, and I used a lot of smoke, try to get really dark bark, Texas style, on a pellet grill, which is very difficult to do. What'd you do, Susie?
We ran ours hot and fast today, 275. We did cherry pellets and then mesquite in the additional magic smoke place.
Awesome.
I don't know if we can talk about it.
I don't think we can talk about that.
It's classified.
For mine, low and slow, about 13 hours, 225 degrees. It was salt, pepper, smoke mafia, and then has been resting for about 4 hours.
Awesome.
Mine has beef rub on it.
Mine has
I'm the
tallow
only
on it.
non-salt and pepper.
I've got Jeremy's tallow on mine.
Yes. All right, we
Tallow-less.
want to slice these open?
Yeah.
Give it a try?
Let's do this.
All right.
It looks and it smells incredible.
Hey guys, this is fun.
That crispy bark.
All right. Nice job. Nice job.
All right, so we had 3 different briskets, 3 completely different styles. We had hot and fast, 2 low and slow, but completely different in how we did our low and slow. Different temperatures, different times, different seasonings, and they're all really good. So I did low and slow, salt, pepper, garlic, very simple. I'm happy with this. The amount of smoke flavor and the kind of bark that I was able to get on this were light years better than what I could get on a regular pellet grill. Now, you did hot and fast. Can you tell us about that?
So for a hot and fast brisket, I think a lot of times we feel like we have to sacrifice some of the smoke flavor or some of the bark that we're able to develop in order to achieve the speed that we're looking for. Honestly, I'm pretty stoked with the bark that I was able to achieve. The smoke ring is incredibly pronounced, and I think a lot of that smoke flavor really comes through for a hot and fast brisket, and I think it was a great application of both the heat and the smoke on this particular little piece of beef today.
I'm going to have to verify this, by the way.
You need a secondary quality assurance
let's see.
testing.
True. True.
Yeah, I'm still a little in shock. You know, when we got these briskets on around midnight, I was really excited because the smoke, the aromas, the smell that was coming off this grill, it reminded me of an offset. I recently did a cook for about 150 people on a 500-gallon. This brisket reminds me of what I would take off that pit. It's unlike any pellet smoker brisket that I've ever done, and I mean,
It's got the look.
Yeah,
it's the texture of the bark is different. Sometimes the challenge with pellet smokers is the fat doesn't render the way that it does on a big offset, and
Correct.
I feel like the fat was just beautifully rendered on these briskets. And as for me, I can't wait to take this grill home and cook a bunch more on it.
I'm gonna do some low and slow next time.
Absolutely.
I got to try hot and fast.
It turned out.
Yeah, it really did. So you have what I think of as traditional pellet smoker cooking. You have offset cooking, and then you have cooking with, say, gas. But what this does is it bridges that gap between pellet smoker cooking and offset cooking. So it's not exactly the same as an offset because the method of combustion is different, but it gets you a heck of a lot closer than any kind of pellet grill could do in the past. So you might change pellets, you might change technique, and you can maybe move the scale of smoke flavor 1 point or 2 points or even 3 points. But this has its own scale where you have a completely different kind of smoke flavor. Like this kind of bark, I've never seen on any pellet smoker ever. Like the fat's completely rendered down. It's all yellow. It's even brown in some places. And it's become integrated into that bark on the outside. So you have texture, you have flavor, you have fat render, you have smoke. You have everything that you want to do in barbecue right here.
Any type of reservation or gripe that anyone has ever had with pellet smokers as it's not real smoke or it's not real, this completely renders that argument irrelevant, right? This is what people want. It's real smoke. It's real flavor. I don't think I've ever gotten this flavor from a pellet smoker.
Nor have I.
I think one thing that I would like to add, aside from the end result of the food itself, is the method of cooking. All of us were out here hands-on with our grills today. And that's another thing you hear about pellet cooking or, you know, the ease of use of the set it and forget it, is you lose some of the beauty of traditional barbecue. You lose that control over the fire. You lose some of the romanticism of, sitting by a smoking grill, hanging out with people that you like, feeding each other food. And I think a lot of that came back in this particular setting. That control kind of came back a little bit than what you would typically see in a pellet smoker. And I think a lot of the beauty and romance of old school barbecue along with it, which is kind of fun.
Totally. For me, it's about getting the best product you can. And this, in terms of pellet smokers, gives you the best product you can get. And then if you like to tinker, you can tinker as much as you want. You can change wood sources, you can change charcoal, you can change whatever you want. But the kind of food you can produce, I've tried a lot of different things on pellet smokers to try to get the best barbecue I can.
Yep.
I tried different temperatures, tried different pellets, tried all kinds of different stuff. Water pans, no water pans, 2 water pans, 6 water pans. I tried everything. Mm-hmm. And this is a difference in kind, not just a difference in degree. It's a completely different thing. It's a game changer.
Yep. On that note.
Yeah, on that note.
On that note, let's eat some brisket and skedaddle.
Can you catch it? Who can catch brisket bite?
Oh my God.
Todd?
Oh,
Todd?
good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was way overthrown. Come on. That's me. That's on me. Again. Oh, that would have got you, but it hit the tree.